Hey, and welcome to another episode of our predictable income system for online coaches and healers. Today we are in day 11. And if you missed the other days, no worries. There is no fear of missing out when we are here together. I still encourage you to register because you are going to receive amazing interviews in your inbox. The way it works, you just click the button to register and then 2 interviews per day come into your inbox. And even if you miss, I have special surprise, but I'm not telling you about it. You gotta register in order to find out. And just without the further ado, I just wanted to say I'm super grateful for each speaker who comes and participate in these lives, because we are bringing our generosity, our heart, our beautiful energy, just to tell you that you are not alone on this path. But if you are online coach or healer, if you are the business owner, you know that this is for you, because we are all here growing the business. And what is the best pleasure to grow that business together, side by side, and learning from each other. That's why these beautiful panelists are sharing so much wisdom, so many tools, and the gifts that each one of them is having, so you can actually really see what is the way for you to travel, because there are many pathways to predictable income system, and you're just going to discover what really works for you. All right, so let's just go around and introduce each one of these beautiful people for today. And I'll start with Summer. Summer, welcome.
Hello. What would you like
Yeah,
me to
just
say?
yeah,
Introduce
just
me?
tell a little bit about yourself and who you are helping, who are your clients.
Okay, I'm Diya Selva and I'm a business strategist. People who feel very stuck in their business, they have several gaps which they don't know they have, are the kind of people that I work with. Like if you hear about people that say, I don't know how to make this work because I'm doing everything I can, but things are not working out and my business is not making money. Those are the people I help. Or
Mm-hmm.
people that are stuck in they've hit a ceiling. They are doing everything they can, but they are not getting to the next level. Those are the people I have fun working with. I figure out the clarity gap, the confidence gap, the visibility gap, the strategy gap, the tech gap, the support gap, and several other gaps that people face. And all
Beautiful.
this is from my book, Stop, Mind the Gap.
Yeah, that's your free gift. And what was the title of your talk? Do you remember?
The title of my talk is Building Predictable Income by Authoring a Book.
Yep, absolutely love it. Great. Thank you so much. So now I'm just going to give the stage to Mimi. Mimi, just introduce yourself, tell about the title of your talk and what was your free gift, and then we'll go around about the theme of our conversation today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Irina. So, what I do is I help overwhelmed business owners build businesses that run smoothly, grow sustainably, and give them back their time. I do that by combining strategic thinking, operational management, and hands on implementation so that they can focus on their clients and their vision while I focus on admin. And that's essentially what I do. I support the overwhelmed people taking all the admin off their plate because I love to do that. The title of my talk is Success Without Stress, Time Management to Gain Freedom from Overwhelm. And that is also the title of my talk. And I talk about the top 10 rules. Well, let me rephrase that. The gift is the top 10 rules on which I based my talk on. And those top 10 rules are also in the best-selling book on Amazon of the same title.
I love that. Thank you so much. And time management is one of the topics we all can learn. There is another way for us to see how we prioritize our time. And the conversation is very important. Thank you so much.
You're
All
welcome.
right. I have one gentleman today on the platform, and it's Pauline.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. My name is Paul Ling, founder of Smart Web Assist, and in my business, I provide technical support for businesses online, for small businesses, coaches, and we provide a myriad of services such as website design, event funnels, lead magnet funnels, but we specialize in management of CRM systems. So my talk involved CRM success, the backbone of your business, which kind of unveils CRM or customer relationship management systems and how vital they are to your business, even though they're not necessarily the first thing you think of if you're just starting out. And my free gift was the Safe Senders instruction package, which delved into guidance on safely sending emails, email marketing, and just some tools you can leave with to help do that. So,
Beautiful. And I work closely with Paul. He is my right hand when it comes to the technical work. And this beautiful registration page, it's his job. So thank you,
yeah,
Paul.
thank you.
All right. And now we have our beautiful Melinda. Hold on. Let me pull you out. All right. Let's see how I do it. It's just my mouse.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Hello, everybody. It's so good to be here with you all. My name is Melinda Jacobs. I'm a transformation guide. I like how Mimi asked me at the beginning, she's like, in one sentence, what do you do? And so I'm a trauma therapist. I have a hypnotherapy background. I help people move through and beyond things of the past. And here's the thing is that we really don't get how those unresolved issues are preventing us from really stepping fully into our business, into our relationships, into our health, into our best life. And so I am going to help you move through that and then start taking small steps to align to your best life. So I do both sides, move through the past and align to the future.
I love
Oh,
that.
my
Look
gift.
at-
Oh, my talk. Did you
Yes,
want
a
that?
title and the gift. Yes.
So my talk is how to know when to stay and when to pivot. There's an exciting little story about a very personal thing that happened to me just recently. So oftentimes in business we get stuck and we effort and effort and effort and what are the indicators that are really the ones you should listen to that are telling you to go a different direction, and what's actually just your resistance. And my gift is a meditation that is more of a frequency transmission. And it's called The Truth Beneath the Noise, Returning to Peace, because we cannot create from a place of stress, fear, and panic. We need to calm that nervous system down in such a way so that we can truly access our creativity.
I love that. Look at all of these beautiful experts. So, today we have a beautiful topic about predictable income starts with the first step. And as always, I always have this beautiful discussion. So, what if the biggest difference between the business owner who creates predictable income and those who keep waiting for it is that one group actually starts before they feel ready? Because a lot of times online coaches and healers, they are waiting for more confidence, they are waiting for more clarity, they are waiting for more experience, for more information before they can actually start moving forward. But what if the clarity doesn't come before action? What if it comes because of action? And that's exactly what we are going to talk about, right? You can't improve what you haven't started. A lot of times, business owners, especially online healers and coaches, spend months planning. They are researching, they are thinking, they are preparing, but real feedback actually only comes after movement begins. So starting creates information. It gives you the data. Waiting creates assumptions. And that's exactly what we are going to dive in today with every expert. Just wanted to hear everybody's point because again, everything starts with the first step. If we do not start, we cannot produce any kind of results. All right, and I'll start with Summer because she has to leave early. Summer, what is your take on that?
Just get started. I help people in the action gap, like they know what to do, They know how things should go. They know how to set their systems, but they don't. It's taking action that counts. Predictable income sounds like a big, serious business goal, and it is. But several people make this huge mistake. They think predictable income starts once they have a complete strategy, or their funnel is, prick and spick and span, or
Mm-hmm.
they have a massive audience. Like, I can't talk to people yet because I don't have a gazillion people in my list. In my opinion, predictable income starts with starting something very small. It starts with that first step, like you said. That first step might be anything that looks like reaching out to five warm contacts. It might be inviting somebody, one person, to a conversation. It could even be like following up with a past client if you already have clients. Or it might be creating one clear offer and telling people about it consistently, getting that messaging right, showing up where people are already gathering. I think the problem is not always business owners don't know what to do. More often than not, I need the complete clarity before I start my action. And I'll wait until this happens. I'll wait until I have 2,000 people on my list. I'll wait until life calms down. I'll wait until confidence becomes, clearer. Offer is clearer. It doesn't happen. So once you get started, you get more and more clarity. Action comes first, not clarity.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
that's the part I want everybody to know.
Yeah, I love that because again, everything starts with predictable actions. Before there is a predictable income, there are actions like posting, networking, following up, making offers, having conversations. Nothing happens until something starts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give the microphone to Mimi. Mimi, what is your take on that? Thank you so much, Summer.
So, a couple of things. So, first of all, if you wait till something feels right, it's never going to feel right because starting something new is uncomfortable. You've never done it before. So, if you're waiting for it to resonate or feel right, it's not. You need to, I wouldn't say you need, but taking a step, whatever the step is, like Summer said, will start that road forward. If you never take the first step, you're never going to get anywhere. So that's the first thing. And that the second thing, and I'm going to bring it back to time management a little bit, is to definitely look at your calendar and put aside a certain amount of time that you're going to work on this thing that you're going to be taking the step around. So you don't make excuses, you don't find other things to do that are better than it, but you're actually taking the steps going forward that will eventually bring you to fruition. Because if you take, let's call it 1% of steps or 1% of action every day, in a year, you've taken 365% of steps. And it's, that's what it takes. It takes action.
Mm-hmm. I love that. That's so beautifully said, Mimi. It takes action. Melinda, what is your take on that?
Oh my gosh. I always get fired up by these conversations. And one of the things I want the audience to notice is as one expert's talking, I want you to watch everyone else's head because we're all bobbleheading, right? We've all had these experiences. And so there is a communal wisdom in this space that is in absolute agreement. I just really noticed that. So I work with people who have had a lot of trauma, who are trying to start businesses or have, hit the ceiling and are stuck. And I think one of the things is to really understand brain chemistry. I know that sounds really odd, but I'm going to circle this one around. One of the things where we get stuck is we get into that paralysis of overwhelm. And oftentimes most people think of that first step as like literally jumping off a cliff. Like that first step feels so big, so insurmountable. And I want to talk about dopamine. And one of the ways that we get dopamine is by completing a task. And so it doesn't even have to be business oriented. Make your bed. That was one of the most profound suggestions from someone about coming out of a depression or coming out of paralysis, is just start with something small that you can do that kind of sets you and kind of launches you into your day. Because once you close that space of bed, which is often sometimes people's safety safe, sometimes it's their hidey hole, it's once you close that space, you're kind of pushing yourself out into the world. But just making one little step, one little thing, and maybe it doesn't start with business. Maybe you start with, I made my bed, and that gives you a little boost of confidence. And then I did this, and that gives you a little boost of confidence. Every time you complete one task, you're bumping your brain. That is sending reward signals that says you've got it, and it builds momentum. And then when you're looking at the next step for your business, question it, because every single person that I've worked with, whether they're trying to lose weight, start a business, start a relationship, whatever, that first step is always way too big. Small is better. Like Mimi was said, 1%. It's like, what's the smallest little thing? And it seems so insignificant, but it's not. It's not. So I want you to think about building the momentum of feeling like you've accomplished something, that you've had some success, and then build on that.
I love that. So well said. And now I'm moving to Paul. And Paul, I want you to, since you are the tech person,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of coaches and healers have this, fear with the technology. What would you tell them? What would be the first step?
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna give a small kind of obvious answer, and then I want to deviate a bit. So when it comes to technology, this is a huge wall for a lot of coaches and business owners. And as Summer talked about, a lot of people really like having it all together, having it be prepared, like be over prepared kind of thing. So a lot don't know where to begin. And, the simple answer for that is to, number one, get help. When it comes to technology, when you're building your business, CRM, anything like that, start looking for a virtual assistant who can guide you through building those pieces. I think it's a simple but very vital piece of
Mhm.
information that people need to be reminded of. Another thing I want to get into actually is also having an open mind about different aspects of your business. Um, Along with finding someone who will help you, I would also suggest find someone who will help you and would also be willing to teach you as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, so, of course, ideal experience. I would love this for all my clients and coaches where they just have to focus on the content. But I always want to recognize that people are coming from different places and have different resources, kind of thing. So, there's a lot of people thinking about like the financials of it is like, oh, I can't afford having a virtual assistant do absolutely everything for me. And that's where it comes in of finding someone willing to teach you where you can start by doing little pieces of the easier tech and they can help fill in the gaps. And firsthand experience, I've gotten to work a long time with Melinda and Irina, and we kind of went through this process together where in the beginning, they had this new system and they're like, what is going on? And um, so we started with like, okay, just log in and mess with this little part and I'll be doing it. And slowly things kind of like shifted where they were able to take on more and more. Now, of course, I still help them in their business when they're doing so much. They're strapped for time and all that. But now they have the flexibility to, like, if they quickly need something they need to update, it's like, okay, I can just do that. I'll have Paul take on this more complicated thing, kind of thing. And
Yeah.
that
So,
that
so true.
mindset that mindset dives into every aspect of your business. I'm a personal believer of, you know, if you come at something with an open mind and heart, anyone can get good at anything. Um,
Yes,
so
absolutely. I love what you said. And again, if you can't hire somebody full time, start with a couple of hours. Do something what you can do, right? And that's exactly where everything is starting. And Teresa, welcome. We are happy you are here, right? And so, what I wanted to say, let's talk about the first step. So, everybody who is watching and still hasn't registered for this event, this is your first step, because you never know what's going to come out of it, right? So continue just pressing that button and tuning in into the interviews. And let's start with Summer. Summer, why do you think this is the great start point for people to attend the summit? Oh, you on mute, my love.
There's a lot of wisdom within these 27 people's hearts. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody is sharing like very genuinely, not holding anything back. And I think some of it is worth the price of coaching.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Beautiful, beautiful. Very well said. Mimi, why do you think that registering for this summit is the first step? Oh, Mimi, we don't hear you.
I
Okay.
think it's a great step to take. First of all, because you don't have to think about the financial end of it, and as Summer said, the knowledge that you get from this, you would pay thousands for from a coach, thousands. So it is worth it to take this as a first step, and even to get the VIP.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't get this kind of information at this price, and you can pick and choose, cherry pick what works for you, what you want to implement, where you're going to take your first action, your next action, stuff like that. um,
Mm-hmm.
but that's really the as especially if you're a young entrepreneur, it's a perfect way to do that, is to look at recordings from a summit and implement them.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Thank you so much, Melinda. Why do you
Do you
think
think
the
the
registration
registration?
for the summit is going to be the first great step?
Well, I don't know about anyone else in this room, but I have almost 30 years of being self employed. And so there's a wealth of knowledge. And if you added up all the years of experience that each expert has, I guarantee you, you're probably going to have more than 100 years of experience. And that's such a low entry point for investment to get such a depth of wealth of wisdom. And here's what I really want your audience to hear is that your soul, if you're listening to this, if you're interested in this, your soul is already putting out signals to call in your next level of support, your next teacher, your next coach, whatever that is for you, your next virtual assistant, your next tech person. And if any one of these people resonate with you, you've already made that connection. And so that's priceless to be able to have this wealth of experience, wealth of knowledge, and to just know that you're pulling in the right and perfect people. I think it's so invaluable. Now you're
oh, now
muted.
you're muted, Irina.
Thank you so much. Such a great perspective. And congrats to Teresa for monetizing on the Facebook. Again, great job. Join the summit to see, there is another maybe insight, there is another wisdom, because again, we are constantly receiving the information when we are on this pathway. And that's exactly how it helps us. And Paul, why do you think people have to take the first step by just registering for this summit?
So, along with the myriad of expertise that you're just going to hear, this is also a great opportunity for first contact with a lot of these experts. You know, within their gifts, and you know their pages, there's ways to access their materials as well as contact them. So if once again, if any of these people resonate you, this is the opportunity to get their information and have them
Mm-hmm.
really help you in your business.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. So I just wanted to close us up by saying that if somebody is watching us and still waiting for the perfect time, maybe this is it. So join us inside the Predictable Income System Summit and discover the ideas, the insights, the conversations, and the breakthroughs that can help you take your next step with confidence. Because again, this is the trip that we are all taking. This is the journey. There is no such a thing. I'm done. We are constantly on that path of discovery. And what is the best way to discover when tapping into the wisdom, like Melinda said, of everybody who is generously sharing the knowledge, the expertise, the tools, and free gifts, right? So that's exactly the invitation from us to you. And if you know anybody who might benefit from this summit, our invitation is just click that button and share, because you never know who you are going to help to change their life. Maybe somebody is searching and you become the answer for their prayers. So just click that button, share that summit, and remember, we are in this together. We are growing together, and sharing is caring. And again, thank you so much for everyone for tuning in. And if you are watching, you didn't register, this is the invitation to click the button to register, and also share it with anybody who you know, the coaches, the healers, anybody who is the online business owner that can benefit from that. That is exactly the time. So take that first step, be bold, be brave, and know that everything is going to work out for you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.
Bye.